I grew up on the north coast of BC, or the west coast of BC, and aside from a year in northern BC, I've lived my whole life here. I've always enjoyed art in every form. I just don't remember when I didn't do something or was unhappy if I wasn't doing something with my hands, which included needlework and all kinds of things. Get around to designing another Christmas card each year for the last, I don't know, 10 or 12 years. I've designed a different Christmas card. But I had one memory that flashed back, and that was sitting with my father, and I must have been about 3, and we were looking at an encyclopedia, and he opened the page to the paintings of the old masters, and I remember being absolutely thrilled with the colors. And I remembered that scene forever, the brilliant colors. And one of the important things in my work, most important thing really, besides harmony, is color. So I went through a phase where we went to Hawaii for 4 years in a row, and every year we went, I did a painting, and I had a real fascination with the colors of Hawaii. So I did a red ginger and one of those huge monstera.
It seems like travel really influences your practice a lot. So could you also talk about, how Japan changed some of the images that you started painting?
My son went to Japan 26 years ago, and 2 years ago, I decided to start writing my stories. I had written a couple of stories while I was there because I'm also a writer. And it just seemed like what I really had a passion to do was to write a book about Japan. And it's in the form of short stories with watercolor illustrations. I guess the whole experience and culture of Japan intrigued me. And I made a lot of friends there. It was a real grace to be given. And so the stories reflect that, as do the illustrations in the book. One of the most attractive things to me about Japan is that the art forms are so carefully considered and practiced. And it is just a marvel to see the many art forms available in Japan, from watercolor paintings to tea ceremony and robes.
Yeah, would you like to talk a little bit about some of your favorites, or some if they've changed over the years?
This year's Christmas card reflects quite a large change. So I started, I think, mostly with flowers and scenery, and I moved on to animals, which my Christmas cards reflect that. The reason that animals attract me so much is once you paint the eye of a bird or an animal, it suddenly takes on life. And so generally when I paint birds or animals, I paint the eyes first or very close to the beginning so that I can really start to appreciate the animal. As a little comparison, there's a cardinal, a finch, English robins. Those were done a number of years ago, or a few years ago. And I think the cardinal is one of my favorites because of the color. So attracted to rich colors.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Antonia. It was such a pleasure talking to you about, some of your paintings and what people can take home this holiday season.